bought a new camera, which I'm really excited about because now I can like get up really close and I won't go blurry. You can have a Fletcher in HD, lucky you. But I'd be more excited about this if the process of getting the camera had been a bit easier. I went to this shop, I won't mention which because it's a leading electronics store and I don't want to be libelous or anything, but I've been there before, I've bought a camera there before and I trusted it. I went in and there's the camera I wanted sitting there on display, and the camera I have is a Sony HDR CX190 for anybody that wants to know. It was on display and there was a woman nearby and I said, I want that one please, and she said okay, but I said, you do a price promise, don't you? Now, a price promise is where if you find a product cheaper somewhere else, they will match the price and give it to you for the same price. Now this shop go one step better. They will match the price, but then give you 10% off whatever the difference was between that price and the price in the other shop. Now the camera I wanted in this shop was £349. I've been saving up for it, so I was prepared to pay that much. But then when I shopped around, it was £100 cheaper in all other stores. Now I thought, is this shop selling a slightly better camera? But it wasn't, I checked. It's exactly the same camera, but for £100 more. If it had been like 10 quid, I probably just would have paid it. But because it's £100 is a lot of money, and it was the difference between me being able to afford this camera and me just dreaming of being able to afford this camera. So before I went to this shop, my mum gave me a bit of help and we printed off the product listing from this shop and the product listing from a shop where it was £100 cheaper, so we could show them and be like, why? The reason I didn't go to another shop and just buy it for £249 is because if I went to this shop and got the price match, I'd also get another £10 off, so it would be cheaper than the cheaper stores. So I presented this woman with undeniable evidence with the paperwork and said to her, it's £100 cheaper in another store, can you match it? And she said to me, no, we only price match store to store. And my dad was with me and he said, no, on your website it says you have an online price promise. That is genuinely the headline. I'll even show you a screen cap from their website. There you go. See? Online price promise. It even says in the terms and conditions underneath that, another screen cap, the product on their website must be in stock and available for delivery immediately. On their website, which means that it's an online price promise. It's website to website. So she called over the manager who continued to tell us the same thing, that it was in store and not online, and then continued to tell us all the reasons why we were wrong. It wasn't an opinion. If you state on your website that you do something, you need to actually carry that out and actually do that, because that is one of your company's policies. It felt like they'd put this whole price promise thing on their website just so that people thought they were this really great company doing really nice things, but they didn't think anybody was actually going to put that policy to the test. And now that somebody had, they were panicking. So in the end, me and my dad said to them, well, if you're adamant that it's an in-store price promise, can you do that for us? Can you ring one of the competitor shops and see if they have it in stock? And if they do, then can you do the price match? She said, yes, we can. So she rang another competitor shop, they had it in stock, and I said, right, now can I have that camera at the competitor's price? She said, no, we don't have that camera in stock. We'd been in this shop for like half an hour to 45 minutes. If she'd just said to me at the start when I said I wanted the camera that they didn't have it in stock, well, I can't buy a camera that isn't there. We just spent the best part of an hour price matching a non-existent camera. What is going on? So she rang another store, they had it in stock, so we went down to this other branch of this shop. And when we got there, we said, can you price match this camera for us? Because we found it £100 cheaper somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. And what did the guy say to us? No, sir. We only do in-store price matches. So we had to go through the whole ordeal again and explain to him that that's what it says on your website. You say you do an online price promise, therefore that's what you should be doing. But if you're so adamant that you don't do an online price promise, can you do the in-store one? Luckily, there was a competitor shop right next door. So this guy actually went to the shop and asked if they had it in stock. So finally, I got my camera for £249. However, in their price promise, they say they'll beat it by 10% of the difference, which they didn't do. So I'm a bit annoyed about that. Plus, the guy serving us was really arsey in this second shop, and he said to us, do you want carer's insurance? We said, no, it's fine, I'll leave it. He said, oh, you'll be happy when you drop it then, won't you? Oh. I've had a lot of people asking about one of my drawings. It's that one. I'm gonna zoom in. It is that one. That's not a Sherlock and Watson drawing, and it's not a Frerard drawing. It's just a random guy kissing a random girl with short hair.